back to the channel. Today we're going to be unboxing my new Miller Multimatic 220. I've been wanting to upgrade my little Miller 110 MIG welder for a long time, and now we finally get to do that. So this is actually a multi-process welder. It can TIG, MIG, as well as stick. So I can't wait to use this on a lot of projects that I have planned. So let's open up these boxes and see what we have. All right, so the cart is all done. The assembly wasn't too bad. It took a little bit of time, and trying to read the little instructions the Miller supplies took a little bit of work, but we have it all done now. And I gotta admit, I was kind of spooked when I first started putting this together, so I opened up the main box for the cart. Didn't really look at it too closely, but once I had the main cart assembled, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is only the cart for the single tank version. And I ordered the dual cart. So I went over and looked at the box again, and I double checked the part number, and it's a single cart. I'm like, oh crap, man. So I called up Cyberweld, who I got this from, and he informed me really quickly, hey, there's another box, which I hadn't opened up yet, that had the dual cylinder parts. So it basically acts like an add-on to your single cylinder cart. So I was a little nervous, but all worked out okay, and now we have it all done, and now we can open up the welder. Alright, we have the owner's manual. Alright, trying to get organized here, so we're going to lay out all the parts on the ground. We have the MIG gun. Looks like the hose for the gas, as well as MIG wire, it looks like. Here's the wireless foot controller, and again, you can get this with a wired foot controller for the TIG, but I went with the wireless option. I thought that would be really handy. I know a lot of people really liked it. And it also comes with these. If I can get them out. Here's one of the regulators, but it has your dual regulators as well. So that's great. Alright, let's see if I ate my Wheaties, see if we can lift this welder out of the box here. Oh my gosh. Just set it down. We're going to fish the wire through the back of it. All right, next we have our grounding clamp. And this is going to be, should be our TIG torch, it looks like. Sure enough. All right, carefully. So now let's connect our ground clamp. And it has a little keyway on it. There's a little notch, and that goes in at the 12 o'clock position. Slide it in, and then give it a clockwise twist and turn, and it locks in. And we'll just store this in the rack below for now. All right, and we have our attachment for the stick welding, and I won't be using this probably much at all. And we're gonna put this in the cart below. Then we have our TIG torch. And we're going to install this the same way, keyway at 12 o'clock, give it a good twist and turn. You're good. Now this one we're going to leave on the rack and the hook off to the side. Let's open the side panel, and this is great. All the settings are really clear, good large prints, you can easily read them. We have our steel wire welding, aluminum MIG wire, TIG welding, stick welding parameters. It's all up here. So we're gonna pull this out. We'll register our product later. And tucked over here in the corner, we have our 110 to 220 plug adapter. So now I just had a 220 plug outlet installed in my garage, so I'm gonna leave it hooked up to that all the time. But one of the beauties of this is, if you ever want to travel somewhere, do a welding job on site that only has 110, go to your buddy's house who doesn't have 220, this welder can do it. Of course, you'll be limited a little bit how much of a thickness of material you can weld, but that's the beauty of this welder. It's very versatile. So we're gonna leave that inside. Before we put the tanks on, we need to install our lines into the back of the welder, and they're already labeled MIG and TIG, and the lines already come up pre-made and crimped on. So all we have to do is pull out our plugs, thread these in, snug them up, and then we'll probably run through a couple of these holes on the back of the bracket for the tanks, and we'll have these routed, and then we can put the tanks on. All right, I just got the tanks on, and you know what? Man, it looks really good, and it's really stable too. So I'm gonna pause for a few. It's time for some dinner, and we'll get back at this again shortly. But so far, we made some good progress, and I'm really liking how it's turning out. Okay, now let's get our regulators on. It's nice they came with 2, so you don't really need anything with this kit. It's really comes with everything you're gonna need to run dual tanks for this multi-process, this welder. I cannot wait for spring and things to warm up. I'm telling you, when I'm out here for just a little bit of time, it's like almost not even worth to turn on the heater. But, all right, we're looking good. Okay, all right, now we're gonna put our gas lines up to the regulators. Don't forget your little clamps. Ask me how I know. Ay, ay, ay. All right, so now we're gonna install the MIG gun, and we're gonna carefully route both of these ends after we pull off our plug through the front. All right, there we go, and now we can. And now all we gotta do is install our wire, which is always fun. Now last but not least, we have our wireless foot control for the TIG. Wow, that is really, really cool. Take some batteries. Nice spring tension. So this is gonna be great. We're not gonna have to worry about the cord for this all over the garage. Be a little more versatile, a little more remote while we're working in the garage. That's really cool. And there's a little plug, receptacle if you will, that goes on the front of the machine. So let's get this batteries in a unit and get it all installed. Now the kit also comes with this Miller Digital Elite Series Auto Darkening Helmet, which I'm really excited about because I've been using a really cheapy one off of Amazon. I picked up a little hat and some welding gloves. Oh yeah, that's very nice. All right, we'll put that to the test and see how that works. All right, so I just turned the machine on to get the MIG wire through the MIG gun, and you can see it comes up on the MIG steel C25 process. And the way you can go through these different processes on the left is with your up and down arrows right here. But first I want to say how clear and bright, and this screen is really easy to read. So we can go up, MIG stainless. It tells you what gas you want to use, as well as how to hook your guns and ground clamps up. Flux core, and then MIG steel C100, MIG aluminum, 100% argon, TIG aluminum, TIG steel stainless, and stick welding. If you leave it in auto set, which is a really great option for this machine because it's going to really help out people that aren't very familiar with these a new process or maybe welding period. So you leave it on auto set, it's going to have your suggested volts as well as your wire speed. And you use these plus and minus arrows as well to go up and down through your material thicknesses. Each time you switch it, it's going to have your different settings that it suggests to use in auto set. And when you're in auto set, you can still adjust it a little bit inside this pyramid. Now if you turn it off, then it's all on you, right, basically. So we're going to leave auto set on and just scroll through. And then MIG steel. All right, so before I show you the welding that I did with the welder, let's be clear that I am not a welder, just a hobbyist. Only been MIG welding for a little while, and this is really the first time I've ever done any TIG welding as well. So here's what it looked like though on some 1/8" material. All right, so here's the MIG weld I did, and then here's the TIG weld. So just trying it out for the first time. I have a lot of practice to do before I try anything structural or any projects with the TIG, that's for sure. But overall, the machine worked great. It had no issues at all. I just used the Pro set on this material, and it had no problems at all. So pretty cool. I'm pretty excited to do some more TIG welding and practice my MIG welding as well. Well, that is going to be it for this video. I'm really impressed with this Multimatic 220. I can't wait to use it. I have a lot of projects in plan for it. And again, big thanks out to Cyberweld for their customer service and their support. Had some questions, they answered them really quick, and they got the welder up to me really quickly as well. So thanks again. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like it, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And you know the deal, if you turn on the bell notification, you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.